seen people making a lot of money, and you're wondering how exactly can I start this business? And this is the exact video that you need to watch before you start this business, okay? Now let me introduce myself. My name is Nate. I've been dropshipping for almost 2 years, and currently my highest ever day with dropshipping was $1,000 in one day. And I currently have 2 different stores consistently making me money every single day. These stores are in different niches, selling products in different countries. So that's cold hard proof that this business works. Now in this video, I have no script. I'm speaking all from my head because I actually understand how this business works because I do it every single day. I've been doing it and I've been learning from my failures for the longest. So before you get started, drop a like for all the sauce I'm about to drop and subscribe. Let's begin. So first, what even is dropshipping, okay? So dropshipping is simply a business model where you find a product, okay? This is a product that's already selling. You list it on your own website, okay? This is some kind of laptop. I'm not an artist. You list it on your own website for a higher price. So let's say this product is being sold by the supplier for $7, okay? So now from that $7, let's say you want to sell the product for $50 on your own website. Boom, it's that simple. Now, the next thing you need to do is just figure out how to get traffic to your website. Now, there's a few different methods of doing this. There's what we call organic. And organic dropshipping is where you order the product to your house, and then you're going to take that product and film content for it every single day. And then people click the link in your social media bio, whether it's Instagram or TikTok, and then they buy your product that way. Now, organic is the most profitable way to do dropshipping because let's say you're selling it for 7, let's say you're getting it for 7 and you're selling it for 50. All you need to do is just do 50 minus 7, and that's $43 profit. Easy. There's no other cost. Maybe there's payment provider cost, so you might get like $42.6 after that, and that's it, okay? So it works like this. When they buy the product from you, you get the full balance, and then you just order it from the supplier and you ship it from the supplier to the customer directly, so you never have to touch the product again. Now let's talk about the second method of dropshipping, paid ads. All right, and here the profit is significantly smaller. Like maybe you're expecting to make like 20 to 30% profit, okay, on each store. But the thing is, paid ads is a lot more scalable because you're in control of the amount of traffic that's coming to your website. So this is basically how it works. So let's say you choose an advertising platform, let's say Meta ads, okay? Meta ads show on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, all those apps that are owned by Meta, okay? And then you basically pay money to get traffic to your website. Again, let's say you're selling this product for $50, and let's say you spend $100 on ads today, okay? And from that $100, you get 4 sales, okay? So 100 divided by 4, that means you're basically spending $25 for each sale. So when you're calculating your profit, we have the 50, we're gonna minus the 7, that's 43, right? But then you gotta minus this $25 that you paid to acquire the sale. So minus 25, now you're looking at around $18 in profit. So obviously you're making way less profit, but the difference is it's consistent. Organic is not that consistent, but organic costs a lot less money to start. For example, my brand that did $1,000 in a day is an organic brand. And I started it by just ordering one product to my house. The product was $20. From that $20 investment, all I had to do was work every day, and I took it to $1,000 a day. Now, paid ads is different. I don't recommend you to start with anything less than $100 a day for ad spend. And in order to even spend that money properly, you would need like $3,000. So obviously you're watching this video because you're a broke beginner and organic is your only option. There's no problem with that because when I was a beginner, I actually tried to be big-headed. I tried to rush immediately into paid ads. And this was at a time where I was barely even making $100 a month with my other side hustle. So I would literally grind for an entire month and spend my entire monthly salary in one day on ads and lose it. That's basically what I did for the whole of last year. I had a few small wins, but none of them were profitable. I lost like $3,000 trying paid ads last year. But then I started doing organic this year, and now it's successful. Okay? Now, here's a bit more of the advanced things about dropshipping that most people won't tell you. They'll probably wait for you to buy their course or something before they tell you the actual source. So look, someone has bought your product. Cool. Getting the first sale is not that crazy, bro. Okay? What you now need to do is get your brand some lifetime value, or LTV. Lifetime value basically means when you have customers that are gonna repeatedly keep buying again and again and again and again, because that's how you build a good business. You can't just have a business based off of one-time customers. You need to have some sort of stability, okay? So there's lifetime value, and then there's also average order value. So let's actually talk about average order value first. So average order value means basically the the value of the order. So let's say someone was coming to spend $50 on your website, all right? Let's say you're selling clothes, okay? So they add a $50 shirt into their cart. Now that's not the end. You're gonna have something called cart upsells, and I'm gonna bring like a little demonstration of what that looks like. So in the cart upsells, gonna ask them, do you want to add these $15 pair of socks? Or maybe spend $20 and get 2 pairs of socks, okay? So they can add 1 pair of socks for 15 or add 2 pair of socks for 20. Maybe they don't want socks, but for upsell, it always needs to be a bit less. So don't try and upsell them a sweater when they're only trying to buy a t-shirt, okay? You worry about that on stage 2, the lifetime value. So let's say they don't want a pair of socks. Maybe they want gloves. Okay, do you want this $25 pair of gloves? They have rubber padding, etc., etc. Or maybe, so obviously they're going to select one of these. And the good thing about that is you're basically going to make back all the money that you spent on running the ads. Because remember, it was basically costing like $25 per sale. All right, so you basically make back all that money on the back end with the upsell. And then boom, now someone that was planning to spend $50 maybe is going to take the 2 pairs of socks and is going to take the gloves. Now this guy over here is just going to end up spending $95 on your store just by adding a few little buttons here and there, okay? Now let's talk about the lifetime value. So how do you make a customer keep buying, okay? Let's talk about it. Email marketing or SMS marketing, okay? Now, in 2025, honestly, I find SMS marketing the best, because think about it. How many different things have you given your email to since you created your first Gmail account and got your first phone or laptop and all of that? There are too many. You have like over 3,000 unopened emails, and you're never going to open them. But SMS is different. Every time you get an SMS, you check it. So that's why I prefer SMS marketing. But either way, both of these are used for customer lifetime value. So with the emails, you can either use them to alert customers of new sales, you can use them to show them new products, you can use it to tell them, you left this in your cart, but mostly for the new products and all of that, okay? But then, what would make them buy the new product in the first place? They need to have a good experience the first time. That means you need to have a good shipping time, okay? Now, this might be kind of impossible when you first start the store, but as you build it out, these are the things that you need to lock in immediately, because remember, you're selling products to real people. This guy is gonna go tell his friends, yeah, I bought this crazy shirt from this website, but it took like 2.5 weeks to come, okay? So you need to upgrade these things immediately. And hold up, one business tip: when you start making money, that money is not yours. That money belongs to your company, bro. Don't remove the money and start buying stupid shit. Don't even start paying yourself until you start making a lot of money, bro, okay? Anyways, I digress. Back to what I was saying. Lock in the faster shipping time. You also need to have a very good product quality and very good customer support communication. Like just today, I got an $100 order from one person, okay? And this person initially messaged me on the store like 2 weeks ago. And just because of the good response I gave him, I don't know what made him wait for 2 weeks. Maybe it was trust, because there's a lot of people that don't ship orders nowadays. Alright, like a lot of these clothing brand gurus on IG, but I'm not gonna mention names. Alright, but boom, just like that, just by having a good customer support experience. When you lock those in, they already wanna buy from you again. And then now when you keep alerting them with the new products and the new drops and all of that, they're gonna stay tapped in all the time, bro. And then once you get like enough followers on your brand's social media page, you can even create like an Instagram channel, because people check their Instagram DMs more than their SMS. Obviously, it depends on the product you're selling. Like if you're selling, like, I don't know, car repair tools, maybe that might not work because that's like an older demographic, people who are like 40, dads. But if you're selling clothes, jewelry, or just like trendy products like some anime shit, then obviously that would work, okay? Next thing we're gonna talk about is the payment processing. And I should have probably talked about this first, but if you watch to the end of this video, I can tell you want to get rich, bro, because why would you click on this video if you're not even planning to watch the full thing? You feel me? Alright? Boom, payment processing. Now, if you're an American, lucky you, bro, because you basically have nothing to worry about. You don't even need to open an LLC when you first start. You can just use your SSN. But if you're not an American and you don't live in a country where Shopify payments is provided, then there's a few loopholes you'll have to use. But there is a few payment providers I use as a Kenyan myself, some African payment providers. One is called Paystack. They have let me down a few times, but just because I refused or forgot to lie to them, because most of these guys don't even like drop shipping. They call it like a risky business model, because you're not even holding the stock in your own house, and a lot of people don't be shipping, okay? Now you need to lock in your payment processing. I don't know what country you're in, but if you're in Africa, use Paystack, okay? Because if people can't even buy your products in the first place, then you're cooked. Because there used to be a way where you could like create a US LLC as a foreigner and use it for Shopify payments, but literally last week they added a change where now you need a real residential address in the US if you want to do that, like related to your LLC. So either get some American homies you can trust or use an alternative payment provider. And that's about everything you really need to know about dropshipping as a beginner. But before I wrap up the video, let's talk about business now, because dropshipping is just a business. But if you don't understand the principles of business, then you're not even going to get anywhere with dropshipping in the first place. Number one, you will eat shit for the first few months. Now, obviously, you can shorten that process of eating shit by getting a mentor, but either way, you're still going to experience failure, and you cannot let the failure break you. Failure teaches you lessons. Every time something doesn't work, be happy it didn't work, because that's an opportunity for you to learn something new, okay? Do not cry, bro. Do you know how many times I failed? I told you I lost $3,000 last year, bro. There was no month last year where I even made $1,000 in a month. I lost over $3,000 last year and I didn't quit. I didn't quit. I just kept innovating until I learned, okay, maybe this paid ad shit is not for me, or I can't afford it, so I gotta try something else. I never gave up. I didn't quit and go and start some other kind of business, okay? Because another thing about business, just stick with one thing. Because imagine, let's say you start dropshipping, you quit after 4 months. You start trading, you quit after 2 months. You start SMMA, you quit after 6 months. All right? 4 plus 2 plus 6, that's a whole year. Now, if you just spend that whole year focusing on one of them, you'd have much more knowledge in that field. And obviously, you'd have made money, and a lot of it, because you have like a year of experience. And that's a fact, because you can go back to any video that I made last year. There were so many cuts because I was reading off a script. Like, I was basically just replaying other people's notes. I was basically learning on camera, in short. But now I'm speaking from my head because I actually do this shit. And it took time to get to this point, okay? Now, you will experience failure for a while unless you have a mentor. Now, I'm not telling you to buy my mentorship, okay? You just listen to what I've said and make your own educated decision as an adult. And that's really it for me, bro. Start your business, start making some money, and laugh at everyone who doubted at you. Peace.